I'm Maya Parson in Leuven, Belgium. I'm here today for another episode of Talking Human Nature for the Human Nature Forum. My guest today is Dr. Tim Lewens, Professor of Philosophy in the Department of History and Philosophy of Science at Cambridge University. He is an expert in the philosophy of biology, biomedical ethics, philosophy of science, and he is the co-editor with Dr. Elizabeth Hannon of the 2018 edited volume, Why We Disagree About Human Nature. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Lewens.
It's a pleasure, Maya. Thanks for having me.
I've asked you here today to talk a bit about this book, and I'm wondering if you could tell us about the origins of this project and how you came to be involved.
Sure. The deep origins actually come from a really... I was struck by the ways in which different groups of scientists, different academics, really seem to disagree violently about the promise and the benefits of taking evolutionary approaches to understanding our own species, to understanding humans. And that was true even when the evolutionary scientists in question were very, very keen to stress the role of culture, for example, in shaping our species. So I was keen to try and kind of get to the bottom of some of those disagreements, try to understand why it was that these different factions couldn't get along with each other. And one of the subtopics that we approached at that stage was the very idea of human nature itself, which seemed to have some enthusiasts, some folk who thought that human nature was a bona fide topic for discussion and that the evolutionary sciences would be able to tell us what human nature is, and that would then be useful for various other projects, versus a whole bunch of other scientists, scholars in the humanities as well, who were skeptical even of the very idea of human nature, let alone specific claims about what human nature might be like. So that's the deep origins. We then convened a conference, tried to draw on a fairly broad range of different disciplines among our speakers. So we had people contribute from evolutionary biology, we had some anthropologists, we had philosophers, we had cognitive scientists. We got them together over a couple of days in a room, we got them to present their talks to each other. And the book is based